I'm not going to continue to play this game with you. Mr. Castro, I'm not doing this again.
Sir.
Look at me.
Sir.
I have people that continue to come back over and over and over, and all they, I want you to look at me, because this is going to be a life-changing moment for you right now. They keep coming back. They keep pleading guilty. They keep coming back. They keep pleading guilty. It's a revolving door. The door stops today. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you are unable to not pick up cases, then we are going to delve deep next time as to why it continues to happen. If that means putting you in a rehab facility, in a dual diagnosis residential facility for figuring out mentally why these things keep happening, then so be it. The door stops today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Mr. Castro? I know you well. And in the last 2 to 3 years, we're working at least since you and I have been together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stops today. If you are unable to exercise self-control, we are going to dance a lot together next time. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hear me loud and hear me clear, Mr. Castro, because I'm not doing this again.
Yes, sir.
We will have issues next time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I do. Yes.
You now stand charged with theft. Hey, how many is this anyways? Is the next one a felony regardless?
I don't believe so, Judge.
I believe there's a
Actually,
part that's Judge.
You run an NCIC for me, please, Morgan. Let's take a look to see. Because I want to advise him properly as to, you need to understand that every time you plead guilty to an offense, it goes on your record.
Yes, sir.
And when you pick up a certain type of offense consecutively and times, they can put it together and they can file a felony case on you, and you're looking at years instead of days. You now stand charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. They've offered you 6 days in jail credit for the 2. Any prior thefts, Morgan?
no, Judge, I'm not seeing any.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement.
Yes, sir.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Mr. Castro,
Yes, sir.
I want the best thing for you, but it continues to happen. So somehow we're not getting through to you. And we need to get through to you so that you understand it's not okay to continue to pick up criminal cases. And in the few short years you and I have been together, we're now working 12 cases. This is not acceptable. What do we need to do to get it to stop?
Yes. But yes,
Shh.
I'm completely capable of these, and because it is so highly agreeable. So I'm on top of it myself as much as I would be able to. This place, it is interestingly confusing, but yes.
Let me tell you something. I have a couple people in here that have continued to come back. And what we have done is now have them in facilities trying to figure out why they cannot stop picking up criminal cases. I'm telling you, I've got probably about 4 or 5 individuals that have kept with me. You now are on my list. So heed this warning.
Yes.
Do you understand, Mr. Castro?
Sir,
How do you plead to the offense of theft? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty, sir.
And we'll find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. All right, Josh. All right, Mr. McCollum, good morning, sir. Number one, don't email me. That's not a good thing, man. Really, because I'm supposed to be neutral, detached. So I don't know what happens until if it goes to trial. So just,
I'll be there.
it's okay. But just from now on, all right? So you now stand charged. You picked up a terroristic threat of a family or a household member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I don't know what happened in this case. I'm just now seeing it for the first time. All I know is that you're on bond for this case, for another case, and now you picked up a new one. So let's go forward and.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. Complaining witness showed officers text messages ranging from May 2024 to November 2024, where the defendant sent her photos of guns and threatened to shoot the complaining witness and their child. Defendant also stated he would shoot up her house and hoped that he would hit her and the child.
When is the statement that he was going to shoot up the house? Was that from May and that he's just investigating this? Because that's not a terroristic threat. But if it was an active thing where he was.
Well, it looks like the offense. So per the offense report, the actual offense took place on November 8th.
Okay.
But I believe that she showed them old text messages.
Okay. So when was that statement that? Sure. Take your time.
And Judge, while they're looking, it's not alleged when the statement was. And not only that, it's not reported till 3 days later. There's not a single text message that has that specific threat.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's the state's burden to show, I don't know, but terroristic threat harm.
So I don't see an actual date in offense report. I personally have not reviewed the text messages in this case, Judge.
Have been made yesterday. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, if you don't have anything else, then that's it. Okay, I'm going to find no probable cause, Mr. Up the streets, right? If I find that you're a problem, if they call back and it continues to happen, it's not going to go well. Life is way too short to live in a 6x9 box. There are a lot of person that brings out the worst in you, then don't have a relationship with this person. There's a gajillion and one fish in the sea. It's not worth it to have some worth it. Do you understand? Now, don't have contact with this person because it's just not going to end well. All right. All right. So I'm going to continue bond. I'm not going to revoke your bond on this case now, because sure. I don't know if it's going to be a good Mr. Martinez. I'm not happy with you. I asked you one thing. I have here that you're tampering with your device. Do you know the? But either what?
So what he tells me in terms of the, I guess, potential tampering, he said was, the device was wet.
That would cause a tamper. Environmental factors like that don't cause something like that, and that would be such a short period of time. I have the durations of the hours on that little sticky note, and I can't remember them off the top of my head. But tampers are confirmed after 8 hours with low alcohol detected, so therefore a leaf blower would.
And what I have here, your first tamper was on October 28th, and it was in an 11-hour tamper. So more than likely, what we find is that people put things, second violation that we have is on November 11th at 3 in the morning. And that one is a 9-hour tamper. How does that happen?
I have a question.
So Judge, the only thing,
The problem is that there's only,
but in terms of saying that it was for 11 hours.
I have the scram report.
but, and if you want to take time to look at it, but what we find, it's really, there's no camera, but all we know is that they're breaking the continual skin and device contact. And how they're doing that, I wouldn't know, because the contact is lost somehow. Piece of paper, could be that they're using a sock, however it may be, but all we know, it's for a certain duration and that it's a tamper and it remains constant for that entire period. The device, you will stay with me now and take
I'd
a
like to
and
look
tell
at
me
it and talk
what you-
about
Yes,
That's exactly what.
yeah, I mean, I'm not letting him go.
I understand. Okay, so. I'll
So
get that and then
we'll give you the info.
I understand. I understand.
But I'll give you more than enough time to talk.
Sure, okay. Okay, we'll talk afterwards. then.
Yep.
All right. Sure, and
Good morning. I wanted to bring you out because there's things I would like to address with you. Let me see. One of I see now that you have picked up a continuous family violence felony case. You don't have to say anything. I'm just letting you know what's happening. Several conditions of our bond. One of those being, number one, we asked you, or we ordered you not to have any contact with this person. And allegedly, you've picked up now a felony assault against this person. You picked up a felony violation of. Because of this, I'm going to now revoke the bond here that you have here, and I'm going to raise it up. I'm not going to give you a PR bond when you continue to violate conditions. I'm going to do everything. And when they consume alcohol, they become funny people. They have fun. They laugh like little rainbows, gumdrops, gummy bears, and little, they develop they become the antithesis of what a person should be. And if alcohol has this kind of effect, these issues, I don't know, but I'm taking a stab.
Judge,
And I hope not.
if
But
I may, Judge, just to let the court know, since she's been on bond conditions, she did voluntarily check herself into treatment for alcohol. So as Mongolia, is that right?
No, Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, I'm sorry. Kazakhstan. She had, a pretty crazy story about getting here. This guy that the court told her to stay away from, is like you have someone who's trying to basically get you to hang out with them, even though they know that it's been ordered that she shouldn't. But I just want to let the court know that she is taking steps to try to better herself and her situation. It's just she's in a difficult spot between the addiction and lack of resources.
even if it brings out the worst, then don't. You already have an open case. And if you have no one to rely on in this world, if you go to jail, they're not going to bond you out, then but 1/10 of a second to think, oh God, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Now, where are we?
Can I say something?
That here, because I know
I got you.
if I let you out, you're still going to do whatever you want to do. You don't care what we say. That's the problem. And when you come here, this is what we expect you to do. And when you do, and when you show up to court, and when you talk with Hunter, good things happen. Now, I'm telling you this for the future because I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. All I know is that you have probation, whether it's this. Think before you act. And if The source and the root of all evil is no matter how bad the addiction is, the more difficult life becomes. You get older, bigger, fatter, you lose hair, life doesn't get easier. And when you get more of this, so I hope that, right, we want the best for you, but you can't continue like this. So now, like I told Hunter, I am going to revoke your bond. I'm going to raise it up to 5,001. We'll come back in a couple weeks and see how we. Sure.
She currently has bond amounts on her felonies that she can't afford. She's indigent. That's evidenced by the fact that I was appointed to her, and also given a little bit of her background, she's not only indigent, but has a lot.
Love you, Hunter. Gotta love you.
Just taking
the
into
bond's
account.
at 2,500 now, so that would mean lowering the bond. I'm going to set it at 5,001. We'll go forward. It looks like your felony case is set for February. Hopefully, you guys can wrap this up and try to get everything quick so you don't just sit there and linger.
Just ask for a speedy trial date on this case.
Absolutely. I have to give them at least 30 days. Conrad's, yeah. Okay, I guess let's do this. Is he here? You want to talk to him?
Not by, but I can give him a call, maybe.
No, but I wouldn't. Is discovery complete in the case? Wait till at least we have some discovery first.
I think it's all complete.
I think we're still waiting on body cam. Let me see this. Yeah, it looks like we're.
We don't even have body cam. Let's do this. Let's set it for next week, like late next week. See if we can get the body cam. If you can get it, and then we can get also Conrad to come approach, and then we can set. Mr. Williams, you're where they're offering you 9 days in jail with credit for the 19 days that you've done. I want you to understand that this behavior is just unacceptable, and I'm serious when I mean that, and railroad, and it's not. We mean business. We're here to not only protect the community, but to teach you a lesson so that you understand that it can't continue. Right? You're on bond. You can't pick up a felony case, and there are consequences, and I hope that you get it. Right? The other thing that you need to get also now is that this will reflect as a conviction on your record. If you're ever in a car, I don't care where you are, I don't care what state you're in, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck. So if I were you, I would never, ever get into a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a toke off of a joint, you smell anything funky. I'm telling you, I'm doing this, believe it or not, to help you, because we want to see the best in you. We want the best from you. Be better, do better. You're giving up. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It will be there forever. I have to suspend your license. I am going to suspend it for 180 days. There is also a mandatory, a second offense. You're looking at a minimum of $6,000 in fines and fees, not to mention another court cost of around $600 to $700. So you pick up another DWI, not only is a minimum 30 days, but you're looking at probably around $7,000 in fines and fees, dollars, wherever you want to go. And this don't matter where you want to go. That's what you need to do. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'll find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. You're going to walk out of here. You're not going to owe anything, but don't come back. Yeah.
This courtroom session features a Texas judge handling a wide range of criminal cases, including assault, theft, prostitution, DWI, weapon charges, and bond violation. Throughout the hearing, the judge repeatedly stresses accountability, public safety, education, and rehabilitation, while warning defendants that repeated offenses will lead to harsher punishment. One woman accused of assaulting her sister during a violent family fight is ordered to avoid all contact with the victim, stay away from drugs and alcohol, and work toward getting her GED. Another case involves two young women accused of shoplifting from Target, where the judge lectures them about independence, education, and not relying on others to support them financially. The court also hears prostitution and weapon-related cases, including a repeat offender caught with a handgun during a traffic stop and a 17-year-old accused of possessing a stolen firearm during a police chase. The judge gives the teenager a stern warning about education, drugs, and the importance of changing his life before it's too late. Several defendants face DWI charges, with the judge strongly warning them about the dangers of drinking or using drugs while driving. He explains that future offenses could result in mandatory jail time, heavy fines, and long-term consequences. One of the biggest moments comes when the judge confronts a repeat offender with over a dozen criminal cases. Frustrated by the constant cycle of arrests and guilty pleas, the judge declares that the revolving door stops today and warns that future violations could lead to rehab programs, mental health evaluations, or extended jail time. The session ends with additional cases involving bond violations, assault charges, and even a man accused of violating a protective order through Fortnite messages on Xbox. Despite some lighter moments, the judge makes it clear that repeated criminal behavior, ignoring court orders, or violating bond conditions